Hey guys, OG Albina here, bringing you guys my APA Classic Season 15 Week 6 battle against my good buddy It's Whatever, or Ant, and his Sacramento Nidokings. Very, very good friend of mine, I'll link him in the description below. Don't think he's uploading too much or anything right now. Definitely go check him out, nonetheless, he's a really, really good friend of mine. But I do want to just do a quick little team builder portion just so you get kind of a background knowledge of the 6 that I'm bringing, why I'm bringing them, their sets and stuff like that, so you have a little bit of that context going into the battle itself. That'll jump in right after it. But yeah, matchup is on your screen. As you can see, our team, as always, consists of the Salazzle, Purim, Rotom Fan, Aegislash, Maractus, Girder, Rhydon, Wishiwashi, Snorlax, and Hatterene, while our opponent's team consists of Noivern, Inteleon, Flygon, Morpeko, Torracat, Oranguru, Sylveon, Trevenant, Melmetal, and Avila. Very, very scary team. I hate playing against a core of Sylveon plus Melmetal. It's absolutely obnoxious to play against, but we'll see what we can do against it. We'll definitely try our darndest to potentially try and take home this win. It's a very, very scary team, though, that pressures a lot of our offense, to be completely honest. But we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. As you can see, first member on our screen right here is going to be Aegislash, rocking out the leftovers, stance change ability, as as always, unfortunately. No, well, not unfortunately. Sorry, it's early in the morning. I have an empty coffee right here, but early in the morning if you can't tell. We're rocking out with a set of King Shield, Flash Cannon, Shadow Ball, and a Toxic. Max HP, 88 defense, 132 special attack, 24 death, and 16 speed with a modest nature. Now this thing is actually really hard for his team to switch into. Sylveon doesn't appreciate it, and Melmetal definitely doesn't appreciate a Shadow Ball, especially hitting it on its weaker special defense side, which is why we'll actually go with the full special set. I believe that Flash Cannon is always a 2-hit KO in Sylveon, even if he's like max for death with this investment. I think that's what it's for. I built this team like a week and a half ago, so I don't remember exactly what everything's for. We'll definitely see what we're calculating in-game and all that good stuff, though, so we can go from there when that happens. But we also have King Shield and Toxic. King Shield obviously is nice to scout for moves, get back some residual lefties recovery, especially if we can get a Toxic on something and slowly start wearing the team down and all that good stuff, which is obviously really, really nice for us. Getting off a Toxic on, a potential switch out and stuff like that is obviously great for us. King Shield also helps with the Morpeko when it's switching in between its forms and it turns into the Dark type mode. We can always just King Shield on that, and then when it switches back into the Electric type mode, we can hit it pretty hard with, a Flash Cannon or Shadow Ball. Despite its typing, we still hit it very hard, just because it's not the bulkiest thing in the world, unfortunately. But yeah, that's going to be Aegislash. Next up, we have a Salazzle rocking out with the Black Sludge, Oblivious ability, Fire Blast, Sludge Wave, Nasty Plot Substitute, 80 HP, 4 defense, 184 special attack, and 240 speed with a modest nature. Now, we're oblivious over corrosion just because we don't have Toxic on the set, so I don't need to worry about Toxic in the Melmetal. And if we can throw up a sub on something, that's obviously really nice. However, we do have to be careful about Big Noivern right there. That can be pretty annoying for us, but at +2, this Mon does some pretty big damage to his team, especially if we're behind a sub. We can sub up on something like Avalon, potentially. But we can sub up on a Melmetal switch, because it definitely doesn't want to take a modest Fire Blast at all. Potentially on a weakened Sylveon if he doesn't think he can take us out. And, despite us being hit by Hyper Voice through sub, it's not going to be doing the most damage, just simply because we do, 4 times resist that hit, so we can actually set up on it pretty easily. So if we find a good setup opportunity, we get rid of his faster things, Salazzle can actually do a lot of work this game, and it's a pretty solid move on here. But next up we have Purim, rocking out with an extra belt, Pressure ability, Ice Beam Boost, Earth Power, Iron Head, 84 HP, 112 physical attack, max special attack, and 60 speed with a mild nature. His speed tier is a little wonky, so we can actually afford to run this. Because I'm not really tweaking the Torracat, I'm going to be completely honest. They drop all the way from pretty much Morpeko all the way down to Oranguru. So that's a pretty big gap for me to be able to run a lot of physical attack while still having a lot of bulk, and then still have that nice max special attack to throw out some big hits and stuff like that. I'm going Ice Beam just for the added power. I know he has the Water type in Inteleon, but, not the biggest deal in the world, to be honest. And this thing is a great wall breaker in this game, and if we can get it in, position it correctly, it really does go kind of crazy on him. Ice Beam plus Earth Power hits a lot, and then Iron Hit for the Sylveon to obviously do a freaking ton to that. They get the extra belt and the, 112 attack based off our 130 physical attack, which is, again, something that I think people sleep on. I could have went Flash Cannon, but Iron Head did a lot more, and Iron Head is the only thing, Sylveon's the only thing I'm going to be clicking Steel coverage on, to be honest, so I figured having the physical move is obviously nice for us. But then next up we have a Leftovers, Rotom, Fam, Levitate ability, Nasty Plot, Thunderbolt, Air Slash, Pain Split. I really like this one in this matchup, to be honest. This is a decent, what do you call it? Melmetal check, to say the least. We can always Pain Split up a lot of HP off that thing with its massive base HP stat. And then Nasty Plot is actually pretty threatening in the late game if we can, chip something down, do some damage. This thing could be really, really scary for his team to deal with. Once we chip down the Melmetal a little bit, +2 Thunderbolt's going to do a lot of damage to that. And just the dual stabs are pretty much, I think they're unresisted on his team, right? No, more Pico exists. I guess more Pico exists can be a little bit unfortunate, but again, not the bulkiest thing in the world. I definitely expect him to bring it because Ant loves that mon, but, I think we'll be able to handle it decently. That could be like, my famous final words, and we could do some more Pico, but hopefully not, I think this one's pretty solid. Then, next up, we have a Girder rocking out with the Eviolite Guts ability, Bulk Up, Drain Punch, Knockoff, Poison Jab, max HP pretty much, 96 attack and 164 speed with an Adamant Nature. Another very, very solid mon. If we can get up a Bulk Up or two, his team does not appreciate this mon in the slightest. We're going to be Drain Punching a ton of health off that Melmetal, even if he does turn out to be, very bulky. We're not going to be doing the most with +1 Drain Punch, to be completely honest, but we're going to be doing damage nonetheless. +1 Poison Jab can do a lot to Sylveon, especially if he's not running any speed. I believe that's what we're keeping right here. No speed Sylveon with our Girder. Just so we can potentially throw off a big +1 Adam Poison Jab off on that thing. With a little bit of chip, we should be able to knock it out. And this thing could just be really solid in this game overall. I really do like it. Knockoff is good for the Trevenant so that we're not walled by that thing. We can set up on a non-cursed Avalugg, which is obviously really nice for us as well. And if he's cursed, we just break his Sturdy and we can go into Salazzle and potentially revenge him like that. So yeah, that's going to be Girder this week. Another very, very solid mon. And then lastly, we have a Hatterene rocking out with the Mind Plate, Magic Bounce ability, Psychic, Mystical Fire, Dazzling Gleam, and Healing Wish. 200 HP, max special attack, and 56 speed with a Modest Nature. Now we're creeping, I think Melmetal, trying to creep us, account for our creep by a couple. So we have a little bit of speed in our Hatterene, which is pretty funny being back where, 29 base speed. But very, very solid in this matchup. Psychic, Mystical Fire, and Dazzling Gleam hit his team very, very hard. He does not appreciate switching into it at all. And Healing Wish is just honestly really nice for stuff like Rotom, Aegislash, Salazzle. We have a lot of mons that can potentially get really worn down over this game. And if we can get a late Healing Wish into one of them, get them all the way back up to full, that's obviously really, really good for us. So I think Hatterene's going to serve nice as a potential breaker, and on to, really Healing Wish and get our mons back up to full and all that stuff. So yeah, that's going to be the build. I will be right back with the actual battle. Alright guys, here we are with the battle. So looking at the team that Ant elected to bring, looks like he went with the Trevenant, Melmetal, Flygon, Pico, Torracat, and Sylveon. Very, very interesting team. Didn't expect the Torracat, I'm not gonna lie, but it makes sense why he brought it. I'm not saying it's a bad break or anything. Something I neglected to mention in the team builders, I don't think Ant's team has rocks by any chance, so that's obviously really, really nice for us. No Maractus, no. Have fun, friend. Which is obviously really nice because it allowed me in prep to not have to worry about taking specific hits after rocks. More so worrying about, just taking 2 hits. So we'll see how this ends up going. Our Hatterene is great once we can chip down big Melmetal over there, which is actually incredibly annoying for us to deal with. Now, the question is, what do we want to lead off with? I think I'm going to lead off Girder. Yeah, because I figured the Flygon might want to come in, and I think I'm just going to throw off a turn 1 knockoff and see what we can do from there. So yeah, have fun to my buddy Ant. Let's see how this one ends up going. If he's Scarfed, that's obviously really annoying for us. So if he stays in the Lex to get some Earthquake chip off, I will happily take the knockoff. Okay, cool. So he's banded. Ouch. Don't like that. I wish I would have... I should have just pivoted into Rotom. So that did a lot of damage. 43. Wow. So can I just Drain Punch into Lock Punch? So he's going to U-turn out. Is he going to go Sylveon this time? Probably go Sylveon. Be very surprised otherwise. I'm going to knock this thing off. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, he's this set. I knew he'd be this awful set. He hasn't run anything like, yeah, I am not letting you do that. I am not letting you do that, sir. An absolutely obnoxious set to deal with, and I don't want to let that happen. So we're going to pivot Rotom this time, as he's going to double. Wow. So that's unfortunate. I think what we do this time is he's probably going to pivot out into Melmetal, is what I'm thinking. God, this set's annoying. This set's not very fun to deal with at all. So we're gonna double Rotom. We're gonna Salazzle. As he's gonna go into more Pico. Okay, that's fine. So how much do we do more Pico? Do we die to it? Because obviously we should outspeed it. More Pico. Let's see. So Fire Blast kills if he's not faster than us. Down it goes. Awesome. That's great, because that opens up Rotom immensely. That really opens up Rotom. You love to see that, actually. Wow. I wonder how much we do with Flygon. We know he's not Scarf, so we should outspeed that as well. Let's see. We don't do very much to Flygon at all. He's going to go into Big Melmetal. Now, that's interesting. This makes me think that you're 100% stopping Tantrum with, like, Aqua Berry. I'm not going to let that happen. Yeah, we're going to Nasty Plot up right here. We're going to try and throw some big damage. So he's going to switch out into Torracat. I'm completely fine with that. I think I just go off a Thunderbolt. It's a 2-hit KO, which is obviously nice. He's going to be able to pivot out on us this turn. And it's a matter of what he wants to go out into, though. So he goes out into Flygon, which obviously isn't fun for us. Now, what do we want to click this turn? As he likely has the edge. I'd be very surprised if he didn't have edge. But we can't really pivot out into Girder either. Unfortunate. Do we take 2 Flygon hits with Hatharini is the real question. So if he Earthquakes here, we potentially get 2-hit KO. He's gonna go for a Dragon Claw. Interesting. So I kind of want to break the, yeah, he's going to U-turn. I went for Mystical Fire. I want to break the Aqua Berry on Melmetal. And he's going to go into this. That's fine, because now we can pivot Aegislash for free. He's going to take a little bit of damage with that Hyper Voice, as I think I just Flash Cannon this turn. And this turn we're just going to King Shield and see exactly what he wants to go for. So we got a crit there. That's unfortunate, but not the biggest deal in the world. He's gonna go for a Flamethrower. What's our least useful member? I feel like it's Kyurem. So he's gonna Parting Shot out on us, which is definitely not fun. We'll see what he wants to go out into. He's gonna go Melmetal, which is unfortunate. So part of me wants to go Aegislash, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. The Double Iron Bash is going to come out. I think this turn is the turn which we pivot Rotom. Awesome. So now we get in Rotom for free, as he likely will not be able to hit us very hard if he's not carrying the Ice Punch. So he's going to go for a Thunder Punch, and he's going to crit, which is something I don't like. I'm going to Pain Split up in case he goes Sylveon on this turn. No, let's see what we can do from there. He's going to go into Flygon, and now, does Flygon Dragon Claw knock us out? Because that's what he went for last time. With a Rotom Fan. Dragon Claw does nothing to us. So awesome, we take out Flygon. That's great for Aegislash. So being that he wasn't Edge and he kind of showed us that earlier is obviously great for us. We're going to go for a Pain Split, get like all of our health back, which is obviously nice. And now let's see this Melmetal. He's like max HP, and we're +2. Thunderbolt could potentially take him out right here. So it's not going to take him out, unfortunately, as he's going to be able to go for a Thunder Punch right there, which is honestly fine. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to Pain Split up on this thing. Uh-oh. So we have Kyurem Iron Head in the back, which is obviously nice. So what I think I do is I think I spam Thunderbolt. And as he likely protects here, I'm going to Nasty Plot up. Oh, so he's going to Calm Mind. So we're going to Nasty Plot up again. He's going to go for a Hyper Voice. I think we're going to Pain Split. Okay, cool. So I think we should be able to put him in range with Kyurem. Into Sylveon. He's Fizz Death. So yeah, I think... Okay, so I think we're okay.
We'll see. We're gonna go for an Iron Head, though. He's gonna go for a Wish. Go for a Protect. We're gonna go for another Iron Head. Eventually we'll get a Flinch if this is what he's trying to do. Okay, so we're fine then. I think we're okay. I think we're safe to win the game with Salazzle here. I'd be very surprised if Sludge Wave didn't KO from this range. Awesome. So Salazzle's gonna be able to pick up that KO. He's gonna go into Plant. We're gonna Fire Blast. We're gonna miss. He's gonna Leech Seed and miss, so I guess it balances out right there. We sub here. Is there a reason to sub? There's not. So we're gonna be able to knock that thing out, and out comes the Torracat, immune to that Intimidate. So GG's to my buddy Ant. We were able to pick up this dub. I really like the team that we built this week. The matchup wasn't the best. It wasn't necessarily like unwinnable for us, but it definitely wasn't the best for us to deal with. So I'm pretty proud of the team that we ended up building. It ended up doing really well this game. Hatterini didn't really get a chance to shine. Unfortunately, Aegislash didn't have any more kills, but Rotom and Salazzle put in the utmost. So huge shoutouts to those boys. Again, GG's to my buddy Ant. Definitely go check him out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new and all that stuff, be sure to subscribe so you can catch all of our league and Wi-Fi battles and all that good stuff as they go up each week. But I think I'm gonna get out of here. Later, guys.